आंख खुली तो मां को देखा, स्कूल गए तो टीचर को, नौकरी ज्वाइन की तो कॉलीग्स और बॉस के रूप में दिखी, जब शादी हुई तो पत्नी रूप में जीवन भर का मित्र मिल गया, and of course after that a beautiful daughter. Just an awareness of these avatars of women in your life can create magic. मुझे एक बहुत ही खूबसूरत गाना याद आता है। तू है आसमां में, तेरी ये जमीन है, तू है तो सब कुछ है, ना कोई कमी है, तू ही दिल है, तू ही जान भी है, तू खुशी है, आसरा भी है, प्यार से ही ढूंढता हूँ, प्यार से ही पूजता हूँ तुझे, तेरा चेहरा रोशनी है, तू मोहब्बत, तू आशिकी है, तू आशिकी है। Whenever I see a picture of goddess, I wonder why she has so many hands. And what I have started believing now is that probably her each hand represents her avatara and role in our life. Let us pay our deepest gratitude to all the avatars of women in our life. And as a gesture of gratitude, a state of awakening, ladies and gentlemen, presents to you Women's Day Special by the women for everyone. Namaskar everyone, you're watching A State of Awakening. My name is Kapiil Thakur and I'm your host and storyteller. My curious mind has 3 questions, and I ask these 3 questions to some of the women avatars. Let me introduce you to today's speakers representing different avatars. To begin with, Ms. Vijayalakshmi Viswanathan, executive coach, faculty and instructional design specialist, responding as Mate, mother. Ms. Lata Vaidyanathan, a veteran educationist, former principal of Modern School Barakhamba Road. She has been enabling many educational institutions after her retirement, responding as educationist. Ms. Chandni Bedi, Director, Navjyoti India Foundation, a development sector practitioner, responding as social worker. Ms. Harshika Negi, very famous as Millie. She is presently on sabbatical from her professional journey to raise her family, responding as wife. Ms. Harjesh Sharma, enabling and nurturing and developing future leaders as primary teacher for the last 25 years in Chandigarh, responding as teacher. Ms. Surabhi Bajaj, Assistant Vice President, HR Consulting at HSBC Global, responding as corporate employee. And last, Ms. Nishtha Gandhi, Manager, Marketing at Travel Retail Services, responding as daughter. Ladies and gentlemen, stay curious as I ask them my first question, and that is, what inspires you on your journey?
What inspires me? Several things have inspired me and continue to inspire me. My grandmother was my first source of inspiration. She'd never gone beyond primary school, but insisted that all her children, especially daughters and granddaughters, would get educated, work outside the home, and be economically independent. The way my mother and my aunts managed both homes and jobs outside the home inspired me. My husband, who stood rock solid beside me all these years, continues to inspire me. My daughters, who've grown up, become successful women in their own right, inspire me. The thanks that I see in the eyes of leaders with whom I work inspires me. The list is endless. I could go on and on.
I think that I'm able to contribute after people and environment and ecosystems have taught me how to conduct myself and what to look for. Therefore, I feel inspiration is something very internal and goes on any individual to perform his or her best. So there is no gender with inspiration as far as I'm concerned. Inspiration is something that propels you to do what you wish to do and then choose the field through which you feel inspired. In my case, the fact that I'm a woman actually doubles this. Why I say doubles this is again not a gender issue, but an issue where historically there are great examples of women who have led empires. Empires not restricted to physical or geographical, but extremely internal and revolutionary. So I'm of the opinion that as a woman, a lot can be achieved. And there is, in my personal opinion, there is greater focus, there is greater compassion, there is greater tolerance, there is resilience. And I think everything that each community offers is so beautifully wired into the ecosystem that there's a lot that women can actually do.
My inspiration comes from the belief that we all have a purpose in life, which is imbued with passion that helps us to prioritize what is important to us and propels us to move forward with persistence. And I get this inspiration of 4 P's mantra, which I call it, from my morning meditation, as it gives time to me to understand myself, the nature that gives so much of hope. It's a selfless giver. Reading books and watching inspirational videos of not just the famous personalities, but also the common man who are so passionate about the work that they do. It could be any skills, music, arts, crafts, whatever. Then the family and friends, as one realizes what matters to you the most. I also draw my inspiration from the people that I work with in my team, my colleagues, my seniors, as well as the community members. You know, one wants to contribute more when we realize that one act can make a difference, and that inspires you a lot.
My answer will be Mother Nature inspires me a lot. Means जैसे नेचर है वो हमें हमेशा देती ही देती है, हमसे कुछ मांगती नहीं है, सिर्फ देना बिना किसी स्वार्थ के उसका काम है। वैसे ही मुझे लगता है कि टीचर का भी यही रोल है, बिना किसी स्वार्थ के अपनी सोसाइटी के लिए योगदान देना।
Hi, so as a daughter, you know what inspires you the most is as a child, you only see one person from starting till the end who you could see that, you know, she smiles with you, she cries with you. So what inspires me the most is my mom. She is a role model to me, and I look up to her in the sense that how you need to be independent, how you need to fight with the world. When I say fight, whatever daily chores that you do with the office politics and the independency and balancing your work life and professional life, I think I look up to her, and not just as a daughter, but I think as a child, everybody looks up to the woman that's your mom.
I am Harshika Negi, and I am a hands-on mother of two. I quit my job to take care of kids, and that is my choice. What inspired me to do was to do what I did was because I thought it was very important for me and my kids to develop a bond, and also I wanted them to spend time more with nature and be more hands-on in life rather than just be, stuck in a concrete jungle. So it's a conscious decision that I took, and took a break from my work. And yes, I do get judged for leaving corporate life and a decently paying job and not helping my husband financially. And as mothers, you're constantly judged. So when you quit, again, people judge you for not for taking it very easy and not thinking about family and letting go your career. But I think I took that decision because I genuinely wanted to spend time with kids and enjoy my motherhood, because that's also once in a lifetime thing.
What really inspires me on my career journey is the sense of empowerment that I get by working, by creating an impact, and by earning for myself as well. So I feel if I work and I am successful in what I'm doing, I can impact many lives around me. And that sense of service and giving inspires me.
Beautiful responses, beautiful perspective, inspiration from within and inspiration from people around. And let me present to you the next question, and that is, what advice would you give to women pursuing your path?
What is the advice that I would give women following my path? To thine own self be true, as Shakespeare said. Follow your heart. Whatever you do it to your best. And with every passing year, become a better version of yourself. The period between your 20s and your 40s will be tough. You'll finish your education, you'll begin your career, you may fall in love, you may get married, you may have children, you may have parents and parents-in-law to look after, and all this while you're trying to make a name, a mark for yourself at work. There would be tiring days when at the end of the day you ask yourself, why am I doing all this? For me, the answer has always been, I'm doing all this so that I become a better version of myself, so that I can contribute to people around me and to the larger society. I'm sure you will find your own answers and reasons for why you do what you do.
My goodness, that's a very beautiful question. My pursuing my path begins as a learner. And one big advice that I would give anybody is that please continue your learning journey. There would be a lot of success and failures in the terms of human parlance, but those are only stepping stones to knowing more. Knowing more, knowing wide, and knowing in depth is very important. So anything dealing with learning has to be made a lifelong mission, because learning is the only way forward. It is not static. It is diverse. It has dimensions. It has depth. And therefore, when we learn, I think we are keeping pace. Because if changes happen and your learning journey is good, then you're keeping up with the changes. That is very critical and important. So I'm of the opinion that the one thing that's critical and important for everyone, not only in my profession, but even otherwise, is that we have to be a continuous learner, interested in learning, observing and absorbing the changes around us, and accordingly retreading on the journeys we have taken always without looking back. Looking back only means adding to the pool of experience from where you can draw your wisdom, because it is not suddenly that something happens. You build on a substratum that you have always journeyed through your life, and therefore more so for an educator, more so for a woman, because they are the repository of, I think, historically, all that's valuable. But this is not gender biased at all, because women come with a different set of wiring, and I would think let us convert that into an advantage for the society, because I don't know, someone very often repeated statement is that you educate a woman, you educate a family and a village. So the whole thing centers around the warmth, the nature, the compassion, the hard work, and everything that women are generally endowed with. And I think that should be taken as an advantage in the journey of, because basically having children and raising them to who they become in life does not belong to the so-called literate alone. It belongs to every mother. And that, I think, that's why I think we refer to our country as Mother India. Mother is a title which encompasses in itself the entire woman's DNA that holds this entire earth. We also refer to earth as mother. So look at the metaphorical diversions that are provided through the learned people across centuries. And that, I think, is a big message. Learning, learning, and more learning, and adding to the pool is what I would advise.
जो बच्चे इस प्रोफेशन में आना चाहते हैं, मेरी उनके लिए एक एडवाइस है कि देखिए, बीइंग अ विमेन हमें एक एडवांटेज है कि हम मदर भी हैं. तो लाइक आई एम अ प्राइमरी टीचर, तो मेरे साथ क्या होता है, जब मैं किसी 4 साल के बच्चे को पढ़ा रही होती हूँ, जब मैं कुछ एक्सप्लेन करती हूँ उसको, एक बच्चा मेरे से कुछ पूछता है, मैं उसका आंसर देती हूँ. द सेम क्वेश्चन दूसरा बच्चा पूछता है, उसको आंसर देती हूँ. मेरे दिमाग में क्या आता है कि मुझे अपनी एज के अकॉर्डिंग इनको नहीं समझाना. 4 साल के बच्चे के दिमाग में क्या समझ आएगा, उस लेवल तक जाकर उन्हें बताना है. हमें बच्चों की एज के अकॉर्डिंगली उनको समझाना है.
Now, the message that I would want to give all of you is that do what you feel like, believe in yourself, go ahead and achieve your dreams. See you.
Working in the social sector demands perseverance. There may be immense challenges because you're dealing with human minds, their behavior, their attitudes, and the people who come from diverse backgrounds in the society. So it's not going to be easy, but be resilient, enjoy the process, just be like waves, rise, fall, and then rise again. The results that you perceive in transforming the society will not come overnight. It needs constant efforts. So just keep calm, stay strong, and believe why you started and what your objective is. You will surely achieve the success.
My decision to all those, my message to all those mothers who had to either quit their job or who, quit their job but are now just homemakers, I would tell them that don't feel low about it. You're doing a great job and you should be very proud that you took this decision. You were very brave that you chose motherhood over career because that is your choice. Thank you and happy International Women's Day.
One advice that I would give, given my limited experience to other women pursuing a similar path, is one, believe in yourself. There are going to be low moments. There are going to be moments when you doubt yourself and your journey. But take a while to reflect and get back with all your strength. It's not always easy, but it's not always difficult as well. So you have to find your moments of high to motivate yourself to keep going. Second, very important, what I feel is that women need to leverage their relationships far more at home as well as at the workplace. They need to know who all can they learn from, who all can they look up to for advice, and they need not follow a path that was chosen for them. So whoever they look up to, it could be anybody, their parents, their grandparents, their boss, their peer, feel free to reach out to them, to learn from them. I feel as a community, it's easier to go ahead rather than just as an individual.
Wow, so much to learn from them. And that's why I said at the beginning that this episode is by the women, but for everyone. Let me share with you the next question, and that is, what would make each day as Women's Day?
You know what? Nothing more needs to be done. Don't put the woman in such focus that we need to look at it and say it's a Women's Day. By overemphasizing Women's Day, Friends Day, I think it's important to celebrate, but don't overemphasize. Every day the woman is out there to do her job. What needs to be done is good for humanity, good for people, good for the community. And all of this begins at home. Because if you changed your home as a woman, by extension, you would change your neighborhood. By extension, you would change your society. And by extension, you may change the world. So the woman is the center, the warmth of every home is my very firm belief. She is so resilient that she can take all that is good and all that's not so good. Because you understand goodness only when something around you goes wrong, right? Therefore, I think each day is Women's Day because we celebrate womanhood as a part of good living. And when there is warmth in that atmosphere, wherever there is a woman, there I'm hoping that there are less problems. And if there are problems, it is solved in a manner that's good for all. Therefore, I think each day is a Women's Day. Why each day? Each moment. So celebrate the goodness. Somehow the term she has the he in it. Therefore, put them all together. She has the power.
I think each day can be Women's Day when women themselves believe in themselves. They believe that whatever stereotypes exist against them, while they cannot change all of those on their own, but they can definitely motivate themselves to come out of any such fears or feeling of stereotypes, to become the best version of themselves. So I feel the feeling of Women's Day is really very internal, and I don't think that women should look forward to external validation or external encouragement to feel that every day is Women's Day. They should be extremely self-motivated to accomplish what they want to for themselves.
क्यों एक दिन ही औरत को उसकी इम्पोर्टेंस का एहसास दिलाया जाए, या विमेन को अपनी सोसाइटी को ये बताने के लिए एक दिन की, एक स्पेशल डे की क्या जरूरत है। मुझे मेरा ये मानना है कि अगर साल में 365 दिन हैं, तो 365 दिन ही विमेन डे होने चाहिए। लाइक औरत की इम्पोर्टेंस, विमेन की इम्पोर्टेंस हमेशा हर दिन उतनी ही होनी चाहिए जितनी एक पर्टिकुलर डे में होती है। या औरत को भी अपना योगदान एक दिन नहीं, 365 दिन ही देना है।
The women must fully understand their identity and their potential and believe in it. There will be people on your path who would want to bring you down or may have opinions about you, or they may want to just judge you. Just be the unique you. Appreciate your uniqueness and do not compare yourself with others. Do not compete with others, whether it is men or women. Believe in the power of now, and whatever you do, just do it joyfully and each day will be a celebration. However, men, family, and society must respect her every day, which comes from the values and the nurturance. I think it's time that we realize that women are no more the beneficiaries, but they are active participants in the development.
What can we do to make each day a great Women's Day? Every day that you do your best is a great day, a great Women's Day. We can only control the inputs. We cannot always control the outcomes. So do your best every day. And in the process, you will become a better version of yourself.
Very, very inspiring. I'm sure their perspective would make each one of us reflective towards each other and towards ourselves. Now, I have something to share. एक कॉमन बात है जो मैंने बहुत ही फॉर्चुनेटली लिमिटेड लोगों में ऑब्जर्व की है, और वो ये है कि जब वो सक्सेसफुल हो जाते हैं, जिन पेरेंट्स ने उनको बनाया है, उनको नर्चर किया है बचपन से, जिन ब्रदर्स ने या सिस्टर्स ने उनको सपोर्ट किया है, जिन कॉलीग्स ने या जिन क्लास फेलोज ने उनको सपोर्ट किया है, सक्सेस पा जाने के बाद उनको अपने माता पिता को या ब्रदर सिस्टर्स को घर से बाहर ले जाने में शर्म महसूस होती है। और मैंने ये जानने की कोशिश की कि ऐसा क्यों है, तो मुझे जो रिस्पॉन्सेज मिले वो ये हैं कि यार, मेरे माता पिता को हिंदी तो दूर की बात है, इंग्लिश तो दूर की बात है, नहीं आती, और मैं अपनी आउटर वर्ल्ड में बेइज्जती नहीं कराना चाहता। मैं समझता हूं कि ये किस तरीके का व्यवहार है। ये वही माता पिता है जो सोते नहीं है जब आप बीमार होते हो, जो सोते नहीं है जब आपके एग्जाम्स होते हैं, आपको सहारा देते हैं। ये वही ब्रदर्स एंड सिस्टर्स हैं जो हर वक्त आपके साथ सुख दुख में आपको सुनने के लिए, आपको सपोर्ट करने के लिए तैयार रहते हैं। ऑल आई वॉन्ट टू रिक्वेस्ट, रिस्पेक्ट करो प्लीज। और दूसरी बात मैं ये शेयर करना चाहता हूं, द अदर डे आई वॉज टॉकिंग टू वन ऑफ द ओल्ड फ्रेंड्स. I don't want to name her right now here because I'm doing an episode with her very soon. And we were discussing, she said, जो उन्होंने मुझसे शेयर किया, her perspective, I completely agree. She said, Kapil, लोग कहते हैं कि मैन एंड women, ये दोनों एक रथ के पहिए हैं. And she said, Kapil, तो क्या एक रथ के दो पहियों को अलग अलग नजरिए से देखना चाहिए? And I agree. और हमारे बहुत सारे स्पीकर्स ने भी ये बोला कि हमें स्पेशल ट्रीटमेंट क्यों दे रहे हो? And therefore, I want to share something with you, that is that each day is a new birth to all the living beings. And therefore, please start observing and celebrating each day as Human's Day. Yes, Human's Day. यत्र नारेस्तु पूज्यन्ते रमन्ते तत्र देवता. इसका अर्थ है जहां नारी की पूजा होती है वहां देवताओं का वास होता है. और मैं आपसे ये कहना चाहता हूं कि ये देवता कोई आसमान से उतर के नहीं आते हैं, और इसलिए ये भी कहना चाहता हूं कि इसका मतलब ये है कि जहां विमेन को रिस्पेक्ट दी जाती है, विमेन देवी बन जाती है और मैन देवता का रूप धारण कर लेते हैं. यत्र नारेस्तु पूज्यन्ते रमन्ते तत्र देवता. यत्र नारेस्तु पूज्यन्ते रमन्ते तत्र देवता. I'll see you next week with another story. Till then, please do take care of yourself and happy Humans Day.